Praise Jesus once more. Today we're continuing from where we left on Genesis chapter 1, and today we're going to deal with verses 3 and 4 and 5. And because Genesis was written in a mystery way, there's a lot of information that needs revelation. And by God's grace, I hope you'll grasp something. So without wasting much time, let's get deep into the Word of God. And the Word of God says in verses 3, "And God said, Let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and one morning on the first day." This is something that you need to have some revelation from God. As you can see, the Word of God says, God said, "Let there be light." And God saw the light was good. I want you to know first, this is not about the sun and the moon, because when you go down, that is when you see that God created the lights, verses 14. That's where you see that God created the sun and the moon. God said there will be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and then be for signs and for season and for days and years, and let them be light as you continue to do so. And 16, and God made two great lights, and the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. So note the difference. It's not just about any light that was created and which God said, "Let there be light." And I want you to understand that in verses 4, and God saw that that it was good, and God divided the light from darkness. Now this is the question. God divided the light from darkness. That's a mystery. Because when after the perfect world had fallen, it was all darkness. But God called light from the darkness. Let's go to John and see what the Word of God tells us. In John chapter 1, I'll start verses 4. First John chapter 1, verses 4. "In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not." Praise Jesus. We see that this talks about Christ. And most of the time, we call Christ the bright morning star because he shineth out of darkness. So, know that in each and every step that we go, Christ is the light of the world. And he said that, "I am the light of the world. Those who follow Christ shall never walk in darkness. They will never stumble." And most of the time, light has been repeated over and over and over in the Word of God. So it's up to you, it's up to me to understand what God expects of me. To know that Christ came that I may triumph over everything, that I may not walk in darkness alone, but walk in light. Because there's a division between light and darkness, and each and every single human being, there's no in between. You either belong one or not. And that's why God says you cannot take the lukewarm. You cannot be lukewarm. There are only two kingdoms, so you have to choose where you follow. Follow Christ, follow the light, and stay blessed.